But it's not working. None of this is working. I don't know what else I can do. I just... I need a way to get Wolf into that lapsed state, and I don't know. I need to find another way to administer the neutralizing agent. I need to know more about what this is. What any of this is.
Hello?
Hello?
Is anyone home? Can I come in? What's up?
Yeah, sure. Come in. Hi, Ven.
Sup? Hey, this is gonna sound... Dog!
Yeah, this is Kelpie. He's vibing. He's a little guy.
Hi. Oh, he's so cute. Anyway,
Yes.
that's not what I came here for. I didn't come here for your dog. I promise. I have an idea to pitch to you. You know, like, consider you let me try some more of your alcohol. Whoa. I had trouble putting that sentence together.
I was gonna say, are you sure you haven't already been trying some alcohol there, bud?
No, I'm sure I haven't. I'm just really stressed.
I know how that feels right now. It's yeah, I mean, I guess I don't see why not. What are you in the mood for? We can...
What have you got?
Most of the usual things. I don't know what's in here, but I only have the wine in here, but you don't love that.
Yeah,
okay,
I'm not a wine guy.
We can head out and head over to the brewery, and I should have some more stuff over there. At least I have to... It's... Most of it is kept in this barrel. So you can just take your pick. I do... Alright, I'm gonna tell you this. You can't tell anyone. I do have a stock of the glowberry alcohol, but I can't leave it outside because Centros will just come and take it. He will just steal it in the night while I'm asleep. And so I just haven't let people know. But if you want to take some of this, we can go and find some of that. I'm gonna grab some.
I would like to try some of the glowberry alcohol because I haven't had any because someone keeps drinking all of it. Before.
Take you up. You can grab some of that. It's in. Yeah. It's back inside the house.
Awesome.
Yeah. I haven't seen you. Well, I guess I saw you at the meeting.
Yeah.
Which.
That was something.
I wasn't the most popular guy at that meeting, but
you definitely said some things that I thought were questionable, but like I can understand where they come from because yes, I do believe there's a large possibility that we won't find Arisana, but I'm not going to say that in Wolf's presence because he's not doing the best. So.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't have said that when I did. Anyway, there's in this barrel. I know it says medical supplies, but
it's like a disguise.
It's like a disguise.
Can I ask what this is?
Nothing. It's just a project I'm working on. It's nothing. Did you pick that up or did I pick that up? I wouldn't drink that.
I'm not gonna drink that.
Yeah, don't drink that. I'm just gonna I'll keep that on me actually. That's sorry. I didn't mean to leave that out.
That's what I was just curious. Don't worry about it. What is this your lab? Ooh, stress toy.
I prefer we found that in one of the kids' rooms in one of the Telkin temples.
Oh.
So it's kind of just...
Okay, never mind.
Yeah, Sorry, I just
Don't worry about it.
Yeah. But I guess lab. I prefer office. Just kind of where I keep my letters and files and things. But
where is this map? We're not on this map, are we?
Yeah, we're the green flag. Green flag is right here. It's a pretty wide map. The green is here. The purple one up there is the Festival of Light grounds, and the blue ones are Telkin temples. So, yeah.
Can I ask what the red one is, or is that like classified?
It's just a place I found with some weird stuff. Have you seen? Have you seen Centros's horse? The skeleton one?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's a cat like that over there. And I just kind of like marked it off because I'm like, I don't know if that's like radiation or something that's causing that cat to be like that. So I was just
what did its
marking that down.
Bones look like?
Like cat bones, I would imagine. Just
They didn't look corrupted in any way or anything.
Nope, it was just bones. It sure was a living cat, but it was just bones.
Okay.
I've got to head back there when I'm less busy. I should probably mark that so it looks less ominous.
Okay. No, I didn't recognize the map at first because
yeah, it's a little...
usually when I look at maps, I look for where my house is, and I just couldn't work out where that was from this map because it doesn't exist on this map.
I guess it doesn't. I don't really know
where
you live anymore.
Like down in. Oh, let me put that back for you. I live down in this section, down the river here on the west bit here.
I guess I haven't been too far out that way. I was mostly exploring the oceans, looking for more Telkin temples. So it's pretty.
Yeah, I live in I technically live in a village, but I don't know. I think it got pillaged. Yeah, it got pillaged, and Anyway,
I'll have to come visit some point and map it. But yeah, alcohol. Do you?
Yeah.
We don't have to stay in here. We can leave here.
You have like a sitting place that you like to drink at?
I mean, normally I just drink on the floor, but that sounds really sad.
That is kind of depressing.
I don't have a lot of seats. The tail kind of makes seats awkward. Or I have my little dining table, but there's only one chair in there.
Consider wharf.
Yeah, wharf. That's good. Point. We can. Yeah,
This is a nice wharf.
Yeah, I like it. I've been doing a lot more seafaring recently, hence the lighthouse over there. But yeah. I'm just gonna sit down here. But
yeah.
Would you like some fish from fishing? It's not one of my businesses.
Fishing.
But
is this the? Oh, hang on. I'm not hungry, but I'll eat it when I am hungry.
It's technically a rival to my business, but it's the fish is good, Fish is good. I'll give Axe that, even if they're yeah.
Is the abandoned house becoming an eyesore? Do you want us to go and fix that up?
It's fine. It's your guess. I don't know if Oshi's ever planning to move back in there or.
Osh apologized to me, but I don't know. I haven't really talked to it since. I should do that, but I don't know. I haven't gotten around to it.
I also need to.
Too much happening.
Talk to Oshi actually at some point, and yeah, things are definitely.
Nausea.
Oh, do you have the vodka first? Yeah, that's the thing. You down one of these just like in one. There's a lot of alcohol in that. It's just.
Yeah.
Oof. It's
That's fine.
It's a strong start, but it's good. Strong.
Hey, I like my strong alcohol. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, me too. I mean, yeah, I made it. I mean, it's definitely not as strong as the old stuff I made, but it's pretty close.
So what you been up to? Because I don't know. I've just been looking after Arisana's house with Wolf and stuff.
Just working on stuff. Sorry, yeah, you.
Let me know if me saying this oversteps a boundary. But I feel like you'd be a good person to gossip with.
I mean, I suppose.
Do you want to know, like,
if the tough news or anything to go off and the gossip I get from them, I guess I must be. So.
Do you want to hear some insider stuff? No, it's just gossip.
Go for it.
Nothing better than getting drunk and gossiping.
Honestly, you're so right. I haven't really just gotten the chance to sit down and gossip, honestly, since the last time you came by. So, yeah, that's you. That's
interesting. Okay.
Go for it.
Maybe we should make this. Maybe we should make this like a thing that we do. Anyway,
I'd be down.
Did you know? This is something that sidelined me so quick. I saw Wolf's face the other week.
Wait, for real?
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of my fault. He was having a bit of a moment, and I was really I was worried about him, and I wanted to be like, hey, I can't read your expressions. Can I take off your mask? But he was kind of having a moment, so I kind of just kind of took it off. Not my best move, but he wasn't mad about it.
That's good, I think, at least. Yeah, I wouldn't make him too mad at the moment. Just with everything going on with Arisana and things. Yeah, I guess I've never.
He's got a lot going on.
I guess I've never really considered what Wolf looks like without
it's funny.
The wolf mask.
I recognized him. How much do you know about me, Ulysses?
I'll be honest, not much at all.
Okay.
You're a writer, right?
Yeah. Here's a little history check on me, I guess. I worked as a journalist in PR and also just communications and stuff. For Fable during the war. I don't know how much of the war you witnessed, because I think you might have had some other war stuff happening at the same time as our war, because from memory, I think. Yeah, I never looked into it because I was so busy with our war, so.
We had a lot of war going on down there that I was involved in that war, but I don't know all that much about yours, I guess.
Okay, well, Wolf was a general, and I didn't realize who he was until I saw his face. But people used to call him the Wolf. They were terrified of him. He was kind of menacing. Yeah, I knew his dad. That's how long ago this is.
That's.
It's weird, and don't ever tell Wolf I said this. And I think actually this is the point of gossip. Don't ever tell Wolf I said this, but I almost feel sad that I didn't really hear much about Wolf when I was working for Fable, because I knew his dad, and his dad didn't talk about him. His dad talked about his older sisters, and his older sisters, I heard plenty about them, and they seem to be cool. But why talk so highly about your daughters and not your son, who is helping continue your legacy, I guess. I almost feel bad for Wolf in a way.
Yeah.
I can not in a pitying way, but almost in an empathetic way,
Yeah.
Anyway, I worked with Wolf's dad. His name was Desmond. He was kind of pretty.
That was actually going to be one of my questions. You've seen this man's face. How pretty would you rate Wolf?
Oh,
I mean, he's got to have something going on because he's got gray and
really pretty, really pretty.
Oh, I knew it.
I don't know where he gets his looks from. Because I think he said he doesn't look like his dad, and I don't know what his mom looks like.
I guess
pretty.
I never really.
pretty, but you
think
don't
of him
see
with-
it. So I
Yeah, you
feel
don't
like he
see
doesn't
it,
have a pretty
but-
privilege of any kind. He's just pretty honest, like secretly.
Yeah, like a, yeah.
You know?
I guess I never really thought of him having.
Wolf said he was
sisters and a
adopted?
family.
Oh, thank you, Particle. Okay, that makes more sense. Yeah, that's why he doesn't look like his dad. Okay, yeah.
Huh.
So I was gonna say, him and his dad are like pretty in completely different ways. I'm gonna stop talking about how pretty Desmond Nightingale was. Actually, I feel like maybe I should. I'll hold that one in. But
yeah, you know,
I worked with Desmond. Desmond was quite often talking about his daughters. And then the other general I worked with, these two were like the high generals. These were the two that I worked alongside, and so they were like, what was the term? I'm so old and tired. High general, I think, was what we called them, because Wolf worked under his dad, and then his dad was like top dog in the region. We had like high generals, I guess, for each region. I don't know if that's the right term. But there was King Nightingale, and then there was Spataro, and her name was Teresa Spataro. Field Marshal, that's the one. You know, I really should know better as someone who worked in a war for like a decade, but
I mean, if it makes you feel better,
there was Teresa, and she had this really, really nice wife, and sometimes Spataro, whenever her wife was near the camps where they were fighting, and she would come in for like a war meeting with Fable, and I'd be scribing, she'd bring in baked goods that her wife made. And I was like, oh, I love your wife. She was very nice. Yeah.
I mean, that sounds
I don't know,
like
we had lots of generals and stuff.
Nicer experience of war and generals than I got, so.
Yeah, no, I definitely got I did not receive a sensitized version of the war, because I had to, my bit was I wasn't on the front lines, but I had to show up after everyone was dead and see all that. But I think the thing that I did find comforting was how stable everything was in that career position, I suppose. Career. Feels weird to say that, like, a job in war is a career, but...
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Stability
how
wasn't...
was your...
Well, stability is not a word I would use to describe it. We,
Yeah.
Yeah,
How was your war experience?
God, where do you want me to start? I joined the war.
Well, what were you up to?
I joined the war when it started.
I was scribing.
We were supposed to actually come on land. There was a decision from the Senate to help supplement Fable's armies before the Drowned attacked. And that kind of boxed us in, and you probably might have seen my tail's a little ragged.
Yeah.
I was not a soldier for very long.
Sorry.
Yeah, I was on patrol when the first horde of Drowned attacked, and they pretty much ripped me to shreds. It's
I'm sorry, man.
Yeah, but you know, I hung around the medical tents, and I was a medic for a good chunk of the war. Years, probably. I don't know, time blends together a little. But,
yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Yeah, you know, eventually when the front lines got too close to the hospital, they were supposed to send me back to the city, and I was going to actually go to school and become a doctor. And I chose not to, because...
Wait, are you actually a doctor then?
I am, technically. I was involved in the projects. I don't know how much you might have heard about those. The Conduits and the Guardians and Leviathan and all of that, and they gave me an honorary doctorate after working with them for a while. But no, I stayed on the front lines because my partner was a captain.
That's. Yeah. I want to say that's lovely, but I feel like you could have met them in a better place.
Yeah, well, I mean, when I first met them, they were in a jail cell, so.
Was they a troublemaker of some kind? Was that what? Like, are we talking like jail cell, like a cell in the camp, like as in like that you put the what's the word? The misbehaving
the rabble-rousers,
yeah. Was that what that was?
I don't. Yeah, kind of. They I don't know. They were caught trying to. Well, they were charged with deserting, but they were trying to smuggle civilians to the surface. So, you know, I didn't know that at the time. I kind of knocked him out, and they saved my life a couple times. I saved theirs. That's, you know, it happens. That's how it happens, I guess. I don't know if that's how it happens. I don't know what your experience is with romance. I don't think that's
how it happens, but it can happen that way for you, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Having someone there on the front lines was nice as an anchor, I guess.
Yeah. I can understand that.
Yeah.
Well, Can I ask, you know, there's enough alcohol here. Can I ask what happened to them?
Yeah, I guess. Sorry, I'm probably glowing now. I just need something else. They when
a little bit,
just a little bit,
turned a bit yellow.
That's the glowberry alcohol.
Jeez.
Actually named it after an apprentice I had who glowed, but Vess, when they first started installing the conduits, you know, they're like beacons. They need infrastructure to work and to function properly, and they needed soldiers to guard the construction, and they didn't make it back from the construction. So, you know, it was.
Ulysses, I'm sorry.
It's fine. That, you know, it was a long time ago now.
Yeah. Do you want to hear about how my boyfriend died?
I mean, I get it. Yeah, sure. Hit me with it.
I almost want to say you had it easier, in a sense of like you didn't have to. This is not me comparing, because you shouldn't do that.
I mean,
but
I have more story if you want me to tell it after you're done, but
maybe. This is not me comparing the two, but I had to watch my boyfriend gradually die of terminal illness, so I feel like
I'm
we
so sorry.
sit on very different ends of the spectrum.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Like I'm so sorry about that.
No, it's fine. I don't remember it anyway. I don't remember any of it.
Yeah, I
just remember kind of like glimpses, I guess.
I didn't remember most of it until a necklace washed up. Ray found it, actually, just over there near my house.
You have a necklace too? I don't have my necklace anymore because well, I said boyfriend. We were actually engaged, but I feel like it doesn't really count since, I don't know.
I think it counts. I think you have about the right to let it count.
I mean, look, look here. I still have my ring on my hand, but I had last reset. I had his ring on a necklace. But we went. There were problems with Ray's bubbles stuff. When the world got reset and all physical apparel kind of changed and we got flung about and all that stuff. And I just ended up looking completely different when I came through into this reset. So
I'm sorry you lost that.
That's okay. I mean, I still got my ring.
Yeah. I mean, we didn't really have like a ring or anything. We didn't.
I mean, to be fair, you weren't engaged, so I feel like that's okay.
Yeah. But the necklace, it was actually mine, or I guess my mother's technically, but it was a Heart of the Sea, and it was supposed to bring luck, and so whenever one of us would go out into the field, we would switch it and give the other person luck, and they gave it back to me before they went on that patrol.
Oh, man, that's a little fucked up. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but how much do you know about the drowned and
like
how they work?
Like nothing. Literally like nothing, man.
Well,
yeah.
With zombies. So you know zombie villages, right? They're villages and they're people and they get infected by zombification.
Yeah. I've encountered quite a few of them. Yeah.
It's not quite like that. With them, the zombification is what kills them. But with the drowned, that process waits until the body is dead, until it takes over. And so that's why the war was so hard to try and win, because
every time you lost a little bit, they'd gain numbers.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm sorry, that's fucked up.
Yeah, and a couple of years into the projects, Vess turned up as a drowned. And I had the job of putting them in the ground so that they weren't going to get back up again. And I buried the necklace with them. Which, that's why it was kind of a shock when it came back with all those memories.
Ow, man.
Yeah, it's,
Oh, I'll drink to that. That's fucked up.
Yeah, fucked up.
I feel like this...
Sorry, you...
No, you say what you're gonna say.
I was gonna say, if I could find a way to cause Linarius a fraction of the pain that the drowned caused us, I would do it in a heartbeat, man.
Well, you know what? Whoa, this is fucking depressing.
Yeah, a little bit. Sorry, it kind of...
No. That's what I calls for, I guess.
I mean, yeah, I guess.
You know what we're gonna do? You're gonna take place in some workplace gossip, starting with Linarius. Fuck that guy. What is his deal?
Fuck that guy, man.
What is his deal? Hey, do you want to know why I know about Linarius? Actually, I'm going to talk about Linarius, and then I want to ask you how you know Linarius.
I want to know everything.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so, basically, the war began. I'd been employed for about 4 weeks when the war began, and everything happened, and Netherim killed Illyrion, and all that. And then, with the war happening, Fable would assemble his overworld court to make a lot of the decisions when it came to these wars and all that, and he wanted to keep all of the gods, the minor gods of the realm, like up to date, and they also wanted to. They were a part of the war efforts, yada yada. Lunarius was on the court. I sat across from Lunarius in meetings. He seemed like a fine guy. One day, though, he decides to just fucking leave. To just fucking dip. I show up to a meeting, I'm like, where's Lunarius? Fable's like, I regret to inform you, Atlan, but he has left us. And I was like, what the fuck, man? That's fucked up. How he just gets to get up and walk out of here.
By the way, a few times I've run into him.
I spent a lot of time around him.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
Anyway, he gets up and he leaves. And then, like, after that, a whole bunch of the minor gods left. And I was like, dude, what the fuck is happening? I don't know where his brother, question mark, brother?
Oh, that's...
Virago, they were besties. I don't know where Virago went. I don't know where Cassus went. They just fucking disappear. And I'm like, what? You're leaving the whole thing to the War Council, the mortals? Dude, this is so hard. I mean, to be fair, at the beginning, I genuinely believed that Fable was a mortal. It took me, like, a solid, like, month or two to find out that Fable was a god. Like, yeah, he did, like, when he employed me, he did some stuff that could be considered godly, but I was an atheist. I was an atheist until I saw God. And I was like, oh, wait a minute.
I was really fucking religious before the war.
Oh, really? That's crazy. We're like opposite ends of the spectrum.
Yeah.
No. What's going on with you and Lunarius? Because, like, were you there when we found Lunarius when he was looking after Oscar?
No, I didn't.
We
didn't
went
know Lunarius
beach camping.
No, that might have been when I was, I had the whole thing with the dog.
Yeah, you weren't there.
I think that was...
Interesting.
Yeah,
okay.
Connor the dog, one of Jamie's dog. God, that dog hates me, man. I mean, I almost killed it, but, you know, that... Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what happened. Here's a follow-up. So I think Lunarius is dead. I think he's dead, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then we go beach camping. We go beach camping. We get attacked by zombies. We run into the woods. We find a little house in a little alcove valley, and we step inside, and it's Len's house. And they're just standing. We walk in. Oscar's up there. We'd been looking for Oscar for ages. Oshi was like, "I need to find my son," and I was like, "Babes, I will help you find your son." But
of course, that fucking son of a bitch would just keep Oshi's son away from her.
Yeah, but the thing is that apparently Oscar thinks of them as an uncle. And I'm like, no, you're a terrible fucking influence on the child. But then again, I feel like I'm a terrible influence on that child. He saw me as brother for a little bit. And I feel like part of the reason I haven't stayed at Wolf Trust's house too much is because I feel like I would be a bad influence on Oscar. And also he bullied me. So I feel like he's confirmed it himself. But here's the thing, we like show up and then Len shows up and he's like, "You're all welcome." And I'm like, I didn't want to say it because like the entire group was there. But like, dude, that's such a sweeping statement. You can't just fucking say that when you left me on the council with like big boss man. There was the other gods, then the other gods died, and
he left the entire Telkin population. So I know how you feel, man. I mean, if anything, he
just stay
he condemned
and
us
do
to die.
Something for once.
You know,
have some purpose.
For real, man. I fucking hate that guy.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah, no, I was real religious. I worshipped Virago and Lunarius and Cassus, and then Lunarius made the drowned. He made an army of the undead deliberately to keep us in place or wipe us out. I don't even know, but whatever he was trying to do, it worked. I mean,
Why would he do that?
I don't know. I wish I knew. I really wish I could believe he had a reason, but I don't think the gods really care about us all that much at all. I think that the only thing...
some of them do, but I think most of them are wrapped up in all their own shit. And then you kind of sit there and you're like, well, you're a god, and you're a god of the things that we worship, and so in turn you have to serve us. I think religion should go both ways.
Yeah.
I think worship should go both ways. And I don't think Linarius thinks about that at all. To be fair, a lot of gods don't think about it. Like, I spent a lot of time with Perix for a bit, and I don't think they thought about that at all. I think she was more concerned with using her powers for only her own needs, which, like, I can understand. Using your own illusions to deceive the people around you to make yourself feel better about yourself, I think was what she was doing. And I can understand that. But, I don't know, you're God and you worshipped. Maybe you should think a little... Your job isn't to serve yourself. Your job is to serve the purpose that you're tied to. Like, I hate to say it, but maybe you're a shit god.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry. I had to let that one out.
No, I understand. Do you know how many years I prayed to Linarius to lighten some of the attacks? The more and more people died, the more I was forced to do just the worst things imaginable because of what he did, and there was nothing. Just radio silence. He didn't give a shit about the people he was supposed to be serving and the people who had done so much for him, and I just...
I'm sorry, man.
I can regret what I did to Virago, but I have no qualms fighting Linarius.
Wait, what did you do to Virago?
Sorry, I guess I don't know who knows about this anymore.
You can tell me about it if you want to. I mean, I've just been wondering where the guy is.
You know why Oshi doesn't live in that house, the Widow Island anymore, right?
No, I thought Osh didn't live there anymore because I used to live there.
That's part of it, and part
of it... I thought I was the only reason.
So what's the other reason? She doesn't want Oscar too close to the water because that's where Leviathan is.
Oh.
I don't know how much you know about him.
I've heard the name Leviathan. Like, I heard Oshi mention the name Leviathan. What's Leviathan? Is that a person? Is this...
Oh,
is part of the projects? What's...
Yeah, God, how do I even get to that point? Do you want the long version or the short version? Depends how much alcohol I've got right now.
Give me the short version. And then I'll ask for details if I need them. I want to hear about
Leviathan is Virago, or what's left of Virago, after I was done.
Jeez, man, that's...
Yeah.
That's something.
Yeah, hold on, let me... the projects were, started off conduits. They were inorganic weapons. They kind of worked. Not great. Thing about an inorganic weapon is that it can't think. It doesn't know what it's doing. It's just following a set of commands. So they brought me in.
Code.
Yeah, like a code. They brought me in for Project Argus. We genetically and surgically spliced together a new creation, an organic weapon. Something that could think for itself and know what to attack and formulate strategy in protecting us.
Okay, that's
there was
interesting
an error in the genetic sequencing, and they went feral and became about as dedicated to wiping out the Telkin as the Drowned were. We found some human sailors who would have drowned if we didn't collect them, and we did experiments on them and tried to turn them into weapons. And when they broke out and we went to collect them, we found something that wasn't quite human and wasn't quite guardian and wasn't quite God. And we took it back and we did the same thing all over again. I ripped Virago apart piece by piece, and I put him back together as a monster. And I didn't know it was Virago when we started. I'd like to claim that I didn't know when it ended, but it was hard to ignore at that point.
Okay, well, remind me not to... Maybe not to cross you, I guess.
No, I don't know. I'd like to say I don't do that kind of thing anymore. I don't want to do that kind of thing anymore.
I feel like, though, I would trust you with stuff more than I would trust... I don't tell Ray I said this, but I would trust you a little more with anything medically related than Ray, because I feel like Ray's only ever worked on himself, whereas you have, like, it's like cutting your own hair. I feel like you're a better doctor than most people give you credit for. You're good at cutting someone else's hair, right? Whereas Ray, when you weren't here, and we needed medical stuff, and we'd be like, "Hey, Ray, do you know what's going on? You're a scientist." It's like cutting hair. You're a hairdresser. You work on other people's hair. Whereas it's one thing to work on other people's hair, and it's another thing to work on your own hair and then try to use that skill to work on other people's hair. You know? I feel like you're the most experienced with this sort of stuff. So whilst I do believe what you did was questionable.
Questionable's a really light word.
Yeah.
I would use...
maybe you weren't that bad. Maybe you, like, it's bad, but I'm saying you have a skill set that has helped us greatly. So I feel like there's been some sort of, like, karma level out thing.
I want to help. That's what I wanted to do. Even during the projects, I wanted to help.
I think you're helping you.
Save the Telkin, and I guess I didn't. You know, Leviathan broke out. He almost cut my head off. I got a nice scar out of it. Almost died, and then I don't really know what happened after that. But I don't know. I like being just a doctor again when I can.
Yeah.
Even if the people here have weird fucked up injuries, man. How much do you know about what everyone's going through? This is my gossip chance. What are you up to date with?
Okay, all right.
Unless I'm derailing too much.
Well, no. Here's a problem. Here's the problem. I don't spend enough time around other people. So I don't know what everyone else has going on.
I don't know what the fuck is going on half the time.
It's weird, like, has Wolf got something going? Is he good? Also, like, Ray, huh?
Ray, what's up with this man's eye?
Is he good?
Did he take that eye out? I asked him, because I turned up one day, and he just had a bandage, and I was like, dude, did you take your other fucking eye out again after I explicitly told you not to do that? And he's like, no, I didn't. And I was like, okay, I believe you. And then we showed up to the meeting, and he now has two eyes of Ender. And I I want to trust him and say that he didn't take out his eye and put another eye bender in, but like, how?
Okay,
why is it like that? Why like
are
that?
Are you aware of the family tree?
Kinda.
I was
He's
partially
like
present for the family tree. Do you know? I
like
knew.
Endirian's kid,
I knew
right? But
Ray's
also
other
Fable's
mom.
Oh.
Not really. Oh,
He's like not really Fable's kid, but like it's like a complicated. I got bits and pieces because there was one time where he was like, yeah, Fable's Sherbert's Icarus, Icarus. Fable's Icarus's dad, and Icarus is my brother, and so I was like, so you're also Fable's kid? And he's like, no, I'm Endirian's kid. And I was like, explain, because that's concerning. But there's like there's a third parent like, that's in the middle.
What I've worked out is that I like saw Isla and I spoke like a few words to her, as she was very quiet. She seemed lovely. I didn't really talk to her too much. Anyway, my memory's cut off about 2 weeks before the planned wedding. So I don't actually remember how things occurred, but here's what I'm picking up from context clues. So Fable and Isla get married, right? And they're like, great.
Mm-hmm.
They have Icarus. I almost called them Sherbet. Are they? Hey, listen. After hearing that argument at the town hall,
I'm scared to call them Sherbet. Okay, that's they full snap. I think I kind of fueled that whole identity thing they got going on accidentally. Speaking of weird medical issues, you know how their eye is just always bleeding? Do you want to know like the fucked up thing? What the fuck
is up with that, man?
I don't know, because I was gonna be like, oh, it's probably like some kind of like the tear duct is bleeding something. That blood coming out of their face, that's not their blood.
Huh?
I don't know. It's a different blood type. I tested it. We centrifuged it. We tested it. It's not their blood, not their eye. I don't know whose eye it is, whose blood it's coming from. I did make sure it's not Ray's other eye because I had to check. I was like, did you put your brother's eye in your face?
And they were like, no. Eye? No.
They're like, no. So I don't know what fucking, I don't know. I told them that, and then they had a crisis, and they ran out, and you know.
Okay, but like they get Isla and Fable. They get married. They have Icarus. Something happens in between. I didn't think Isla had it in her, but she goes and has a kid with Endirian? I didn't think she had it in her. But I'm also like, hey, do you want to know something? I'm exaggerating this because I'm smashed.
Me too, man. What was
Let me reel back to the truth for a second.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't know if I'm gonna. Right now. I don't know if I can say that. Actually.
I mean, you don't have to.
I was gonna say something.
I'm not gonna tell anyone, but you don't have to say anything.
Let me just like ponder on this for a second. Can I? No.
Can you get any more of the alcohol in you? I think I drank all of mine.
Yeah, you can have this one.
Oh,
I have 2, so you can have 1. I also have sweet parfaits, but I'm not hungry right now. So
I'm also not hungry right now. I just have more fish. But
on the brink of spoilers, I literally am. You know, I'm not gonna talk about Isla, but she was very quiet. I don't know, maybe she felt like she didn't like fit in or something.
Yeah, maybe they just didn't.
Anyway,
it didn't work, I guess. But
I don't know. I wasn't around for long enough. That's also kind of a lie, but I also feel like I can't talk about why I think Isla might have dipped. But she had a second kid, and then according to Ray, him and Icarus didn't grow up in palace grounds. I thought they did. Huh?
Yeah.
Wait. What do you mean?
Yeah. I mean, there's like
So you
3
gotta like.
palaces they could have been in, and they were in
I
none of them. Like
know.
fucking.
They
Come
were
on.
none.
Like I grew up on a farm, but that wasn't like a
I mean, I've
choice thing.
seen the fucking what's the name? I've seen the Morningstar Castle in its heyday. I think
Damn.
it's still out there somewhere because I think Ray mentioned like finding it at one point. But like I saw it when it was active because I tailed Fable. Okay, Fable's castle was fucking massive. Do you want to hear about Fable's castle? Actually, I can tell you about it.
I would love to hear about Fables Castle.
It was like it was like the castle was in the middle, but then inside there was the entire community. Like it was massive, and then there was the massive castle walls and moat that surrounded that. Like it was nice overworld style castle. Like it was big. It's massive, you know, like I get it. You've got a creation. You want to have a big castle. I understand why I had a big castle.
Yeah.
It was a very nice, functional castle. I had a room in the castle. Wasn't the best room. I understand why, but my God, you could have lived there.
Yeah. And I wish I could show people Telkin City in its heyday. I mean, I only saw it once, technically, but you know.
I've always wondered where out there Fable's castle is, because I feel like if he wanted it, he could just bring it back. But I don't know if he wants it. I feel like he might be happy living with Icarus. I'm not gonna question it too much. But yeah, the kids had like 3 castles to be at.
Because I don't know, when he got here and they were willing to reset the world to get him out, you know, they were gonna. Ray was like, Fable's gonna fix everything. Fable's gonna solve all of our problems. And then every time I run into him, it's like something else has gone bad and everyone doesn't like him, and then they do like him, then they're fighting, and
I feel like Ray still has intention. Here's what I'm gonna tell you, and you can't tell anyone.
Lips are sealed.
You
so
zip
sealed.
them.
I got real wide lips. You can see it.
Them.
They're zipped. They're sealed.
Yeah. Here's the thing. I think if anyone were to be able to fix this, it's the God of Creation. If anyone had the power to do this, it's him. I think they're just having a little family feud, little tussle. You know, sometimes you fight with your dad when you're a teen. I mean, Ray's not a teen, but I don't know if he's seen his dad ever. So I don't know, man.
Yeah, that's true.
And also there's this thing of like, technically he's not his dad, but I'm like,
yeah,
that's
fair, you know.
And I think, hey, you know what I think? I think this whole thing with Ray's eyes, I think it might be related to his mom. I think he's going through a massive identity crisis. That's what it looks like to me. That's what it sounds like to me. Because I've been there before. Having identity crises suck, man. I think he's just going through the physicality of it too. I don't know, man.
I mean, hey, I thought I was just a guy. I thought I was like 20, and I was a medic, and that was all I did. And then, you know, I found a necklace. Turns out I'm a fucking evil scientist who committed war crimes and killed gods. And
hey, man, don't get me started on war crimes. I don't want to think about it too much.
I literally just described to you how I surgically altered God. Man, like, yeah.
You don't want to hear about some of the things I had to write during the war.
Apparently I was a pirate
Lying
for
the good
bit.
of the people sucks.
Yeah.
But it was for the good of the people, so I feel like I couldn't really help it. Anyway, do we want to like turn this depressing as fuck conversation around?
Let's try else.
Do you know Cassus?
I know of Cassus.
Do you happen to know anything about where Cassus could possibly be? Because I thought she was dead, and I also thought Farago was just non-existent. And I thought Len was dead as well, but there were the other two have popped up, so maybe Cassus has too. Do you know anything about that? I have no clue.
I have no idea, honestly. I also thought that they were dead. I mean, I thought Virago was dead until I got partway through Project Leviathan, but I don't know. If she's out there somewhere, I have a lot of words I'd like to exchange with Lady Luck. I think that I have gone through enough bad luck that I have some. I have an axe to grind there, but no, I don't. I don't really.
I see that.
Know anything?
I see that. Okay,
but,
well.
Some of the. I occasionally hear about other gods that people just seem to know and seem to be kicking about. Apparently.
Yeah.
Apparently, Ilyrion's just kicking about. He's doing something. I guess.
Yeah, he's doing something.
I thought he was dead, but I thought that was the whole point. I thought that was the whole reason we were supposed to be fighting, but I guess not. Fuck us, I guess.
I thought I understood Illyrion, but I clearly didn't. And then there was you never met him, but there was this guy called Will, and he seemed really close with him. I don't know what the deal was, but I saw him talk to him on multiple occasions and stuff. Well, to be fair, I think I was spying.
Sometimes you gotta spy,
But I saw that father and son.
Oh shit, man.
Wait, what? Wait, that would make so much sense.
Huh.
Oh, okay. Okay, they were related. Okay.
What?
Well, apparently this Will guy that I was just talking about was his.
Oh, I thought you said that you were related to them, and I was like, wait, what? What did I miss here? I was like,
No. Okay, you got Illyrion. Apparently, my particles are saying that Will's dad is Illyrion. That makes sense.
You got a thing
Thank
as
you,
well.
Particles.
Everyone's got like a voice thing.
Oh yeah, I read them. They're up in the air. See?
I do not see, but
Oh, maybe it's just a me thing then. But I know what they're saying.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't know. That makes sense. Okay. I always found Will suspicious because I couldn't understand where he was coming from.
That's fair. I mean, hey, a lot of suspicious people just kind of around, there's a whole fucking mushroom house. I don't know what that's about. I don't know who owns that.
I don't know. I feel like at this point you kind of learn to not question it. Okay. I'm gonna be so real with you.
Mm-hmm.
I've reached my drinking capacity.
No, same. I've still got this bottle. I'm just holding it. I think it's all hit, but.
I went through 5 bottles.
I went through 6. I got one down on you.
Jesus, man. I mean.
Oh, I almost drunk. You know what? Never mind. I almost drunk the wrong thing.
Whoa.
That would have been not great because that almost killed. Nothing. Don't worry about it. It's not.
Okay, but that being said, I have been told by the fiance that I am a sleepy drunk, so I'm gonna fly home before I fall asleep at the wing.
You can stay here if you need to, but yeah, if you want.
I got a cat to look after, man.
Yeah, that's fair.
He's my son, my boy.
I have some stuff I've got to get back to doing, I think. Or maybe I'll sleep this off and then I'll do that. This was fun. It wasn't fun. It was kind of depressing, but it was nice.
No, because you gotta talk about things in order for them to get better.
Yeah, I don't think
communication.
I don't think I've spoken about most of that stuff since I remembered, so it was nice.
I feel like we could all collectively do with a therapist.
Yeah, probably. I could definitely do with a therapist.
Who's gonna be the group therapist?
We'll pick someone.
Maybe I'd be good at it.
I can see it. It's you're easy to open up to.
Yeah. I could be the group therapist. That'd be funny. Okay. Well, I'm gonna fly home. Let's see if I crashed.
And we can do this again sometime. Just stop by anytime you need some alcohol.
I'll pick up some more alcohol or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll see you around.
Okay, I'll see you.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye. That was I think I needed that, actually. God, I think I need a nap now, honestly. But that was nice. I guess I haven't talked about a lot of that since I remembered. I've really just been holding a lot of the pain and anger inside me, and getting to talk about it was nice. It was real nice.